Hello again, folks. Okay, this is manual mode at nighttime. Okay, I got three lenses. I got the 26, the 40, and this 28 right here. Now, this is at f/16. Okay, this is the thing that's I was wondering about because, believe it or not, I've had it so sharp at f/16. I'm trying to figure out how is it at night. So let's find out. But first, I gotta clean my glasses. Been working for 2 days this week, and they got all dusty again. They're all smeared. I have to get rid of that smearness. Okay. All right, there we go. Got it. Much better. Should have done this earlier. Okay, so this is at f/16. Why am I testing it at f/16 instead of like 2.8? Okay, I want to see, you know how I like it dark, folks? I want to see if this makes a difference. All right, it's looking good, but I want to look at the flaring. I want to see if it's the same thing I'm seeing, and that's what it looks like it is. And is it focused or is there more noise? So it's at 51-200, okay? And that's the difference. Does it make a difference if there's more noise, or I can change it back to, let's say, f/8, or as low as possible? But it's looking pretty good right now. But when you look at the LCD screen, is it worth it? Now, looking at the clouds, I don't know if you can see it or not. So what I'm going to do is drive across the street, make sure no cars are going to hit me. I'm going to drive in this neighborhood. Yeah, let's go in the park. Okay, can you see the clouds? I don't know if you can. So the test is, I'm going to be driving in a circle. 1/50th of a shutter speed, f/16, 51-200 ISO. And it's amazing. It's looking amazing. Okay? But it does look a little bit too dark. The flaring on the lights, I see no flaring at all. None. And this is with the 28 millimeter f2.8 small compact lens. So you can see the little lights for the Halloween and stuff. How does it look? I think it's looking sharp. So this is the Nikon Zf, okay? Full frame camera. It's turned out to be my favorite camera. So what I'm doing, I won't go the cul-de-sac. I'll just make a right here. But can you see the clouds? I'm just kind of like driving around the block, okay? So it's still staying at 51,200, and it's auto ISO, okay? So I'm going to change the aperture when we get to the light. In fact, I'm going to go down Evans Road, where they has more lights. See if the ISO changes. Now it's a cloudy night. It's supposed to rain. But I just want to see what happens. I just had a gut feeling and stuff. It says, you know what? I've done everything else. I've been on night drives in the city and stuff, but I haven't used a 28 millimeter. I've used a 26. I think I used a 40, but I haven't used a 28. And look at that, someone dropped some blocks on the road. I think it's looking good. It might be too dark. Yeah, I've been recording for 7 minutes. So let's see if we can see this sign to the left. I'm all the way on the right-hand side of the road. So let's see if we can read that church LED screen. And I think you can with this at f/16 at nighttime. Okay? I'm liking what I'm seeing. And I like the wide field of view, which the 28 millimeter can handle. I got a 26 millimeter, but it's a pancake lens, and it focus breathes quite a bit. Okay, I'm going to try that too. So I have 3 videos, one on the 28, one on the 26, and one for the 40. So look at the flaring. I think it's pretty well controlled. I'm liking what I'm seeing, and it's still staying at 51,200 auto ISO. Isn't that something? So this is my favorite road at night. Okay, so I'm going to make a right here into the parking lot. Okay? Now look at the church. Some things. Look at the lighting. Everything looks pretty well controlled. Okay? Now I'm going to change the aperture. 14, 13, 11, 10, 8. Is that too bright? Let's look at this light. Okay, F9, F8. See how everything gets bright? Now you can see the clouds. trying to match what I'm seeing. That looks like it at f8. Yeah, we'll just do f8, okay? So I'm going to drive back around. At f8. We're going to look at the flaring on this car coming up. So there's a little bit more flaring, and it's a little bit brighter. Do you like it a little bit brighter? And I might put it on a compromise. So I might put it on at an f12. But see, this is how I do things. I just put the camera on, turn it on, try different settings. This is in manual mode. It's not program mode. It's manual. Manual movie mode. And it's looking awesome so far. So look at the clouds. Is that good enough? And I like to show more detail. So here's the sign up here again. Can you see it? Is f8 good enough? I think it's looking awesome. The IBIS is on. I'm seeing more detail on the camera than I'm, viewing it while I'm driving. What do you think? So everything looks pretty controlled, don't see too much flaring. I'm going to go through the neighborhood again. So I'm going to do it at f8, and then I'm going to go to f2.8. Okay, that way you can compare. So you can see things more clearer right now at f8. But everything should be sharp. I don't know about the noise, at dark, but I can see the clouds. And it's still at 51,200, okay? This is what amazes me. And I put the aperture at f8 instead of f16. So you should see more skyline and more of the homes. And I'm going over bumps. I'm checking out the IBIS. I'm going to check for stuttering. But you can see the homes a lot clearer now. This is basically what I'm seeing. All right. There's some lights. How do they look? That's why I like this lens. And you know what? I just might just use the 28 millimeter. It's my favorite lens. Because the 40 is like that. The 26 is a little bit smaller, but you get a wider field of view. But I'm just going to do it on this lens. Because I'll probably get the same results, because the 26 is a f2.8, but it's not as sharp as the 28. But I do think the 26 is kind of sharp. Okay. So here, I'm going to change it. So now, I'm going all the way down to 2.8. All right, 1/5 of the shutter speed. It's now at 12,800. You can really see the clouds now, folks. So this might give you a three-dimensional look. And if I get underneath the light, see, I'm looking for flaring. It still looks pretty good. All right. So it's going like 6,400, 8,000, 10,000, 9,000, you know. I think 12,800 was the highest. But what do you think? Let's look at the flaring at the stoplights. It's not that bad. This is a Nikon Zf, folks. Oh, these stupid blocks. So what do you think? Now you can see the clouds pretty much. The lighting's not that bad. It's still 1/50th of the shutter speed. I'm liking that because it's less stuttering. I think it's giving me better results than the 1/60th of a shutter speed. And this is at f2.8. Now let's look at this LCD screen for the church on the left and see if you can still read it. Is it sharp? Let me slow down a little bit. Let it go by. Can you read that? Yeah, a lot of people are interested with the 28 millimeter on this camera. You know, if my video, I couldn't believe it. A lot of people are interested in this camera. Okay, here's Evans Road. Oh, I'm excited. Yep, a little bit more flaring. Okay. And I've been driving for 20 minutes. You get excited when you try different things, folks. So what do you think? Now, I'm going to go down Retama Parkway. It has less lighting. It's very dark. We're going to test this ISO again. So the highest it went at f2.8 is at 12,800. So at the beginning it was 51,200. This is now with all this light, it's like 5,000, 6,400, 8,000. But it's looking good. There's another LCD screen. Man, they're popping up all over the place. Oh, more advertisements. Okay, I like that. Slideshow. So what do you think? You can see the clouds. Do you like this type of view, or would you rather have it dark? I think the picture is awesome. Car's going to pass me on the left. And I don't see any focusing on them. I'm going to go right at Retama. So this is where it's dark. So I always thought that if you have the lower aperture at nighttime, it's better. But then I think it's too bright. So look at this. They're putting up the city lights for Christmas, where you listen to the radio station, listen to Christmas music, but when they have all the LED lights on, different flashing, it's just wonderful. It's expensive though. I tested the Z30. It didn't overheat. I couldn't believe it. But there was no record time limit on it. Yeah, you enter right there. Yeah, it looks awesome. They don't have it all on, but I'm liking the lightings. So what do you think? This is the darkest area. Now we're going to go to this light. I can't, yeah, that finally turned. Okay. So I'm going to change it, okay? $25,600, 5.6. Some people say put it at 5.6. Okay, I'll put it at 5.6. So I had it at f8. Had it at 5.6. I added 2.8. So this is a little bit more subdued. Let's look at this sign and these car lights. Yeah, I think f8 was what I was seeing. So this is 5.6. Look at this sign. This is all on one camera with one lens. It's looking good. It's looking awesome. Let's look at these car lights. Yeah, they're pretty well separated. So you can still see the clouds, okay? I think it's looking sharp. Okay, I'm going to change it to 7.1, 8, 10, 11, 12, no, 13, 10. Let's leave it at F10, just for now. And this will be my last setting. This looks like what I'm looking at. I thought F8 might be, but I'll try F10. But you notice that the lights are a little bit more controlled. And it's back at 51,200. Okay? And it's staying there. So I'm going to adjust it again, see if it changes. I'm trying to do the ISO, see if it changes. So I'm going down. Yeah, 40,000. 5.6. Okay. That's where the ISO changes, at 5.6. So it's going like 32 or whatever. Yeah, just a quick little 30-minute trip around the neighborhood. Is it good enough? Or do you want it a little bit darker? So I think it's a little bit too bright. I think F8 might be the best one. What I couldn't believe is it was on F16 and it was sharp. That was during the day. I still think it's a little bit too bright at 5.6. I'm going to put it at F8. 6.3. No. Went to 51,200. Yeah, 5.6 is the secret. So even if you go to 6.3, 7.1, whatever, it goes automatically to 51,200. So it's at 40,000 right now at 5.6. I bet no one's ever done that before. Okay. Now I went to 51,200 at 5.6. Okay. So how does it look? Looks, you can still see the clouds. Still at 51,200. So let me go down a little bit lower one more time. To 5. Still there. Okay, 4.5. Wait to see the roads a lot. Yeah, 40,000. Right now, I'm going to go to F8. That's where I like it, and it's at 51,200. So I'm going to leave it at F8. So if you can leave this on this camera at the same settings all the time, daytime or nighttime, it'd be perfect. And I'm trying to look at the clouds, and I don't see them at f8. I'm going to go straight to the cul-de-sac. Okay, so it really looks dark, but you can see the lamps. It's real controlled. I'm liking it. And this is at 51-200. So the video is going to be the Nikon Zf at ISO 51-200. Now we're going to look at this sign. Okay. Does that look sharp? All right. Now, I'm going to go up to 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 16. That's the highest they'll go. I'm liking this right here at f16. So I have it at aperture f16, 51-200, 1/50th of a shutter speed. In manual movie mode. It's 10-bit H.265, full frame, 4K 30. Okay? Stabilization is on. White balance is auto 1. Everything looks good. I'm going to leave it at f16 now. And I may have to back up. A little bit too much of the curb. So f8 may be too bright. f16 looks good. But then you can't see the clouds. The difference is this is f16, okay? Now watch, I'm going to f13, 11. Here comes the clouds. f10. f10's not bad. f9. f9's looking good. f8. Now you can see the detail. Okay? Still at 51-200. And it'll stay there until you get to 5.6. And maybe to 4.5. But this is doable right here. So you can see the clouds, and it's not that much flaring. And I love the green colors. I have noticed that the green and yellows do, especially in the sunlight, kind of gives you a 70s retro vibe where it's overexposed. I was getting upset with the automatic and program, so I put it in manual mode and it took care of that stuff. But it looked cool. Roy Bixby says, "You're overexposed on some shots." I said, "Yeah, I know. I corrected it." Okay. All right, look at the fence. This is what I'm seeing. Okay, we'll leave it right there. So we're going to look at the noise, ISO 51200, and you'll see a car video again this morning at F16. It looked the same in the afternoon, but I didn't record anything. So if you like this type of content, please give me a like, subscribe. Any comments or questions, just put it down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. And remember, stay safe. Keep smiling until next time. I shall see you then. Goodbye, folks.